For these set of vlogs, I did both week 3 and week 4. Let's go! Slowly trying to catch up, but I haven't been updating everything on the NaNoWriMo page because I keep forgetting. Last night I saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This morning I went to the writing club and then I've been writing. Fun fact about my story, I'll tell you what my protagonist's family and occupations are like. Protagonist's mother works at a boutique, her father works as a private tutor, her brother is a laborer, and she tutors with her father once a day as an apprentice, and then she helps her mother the rest of the time. And then her mother's brother and his family are miners, and then Sonia's mother's sister owns a tavern. That's my main character's family. Later. Day 19. I've been out celebrating my birthday all day. Trying to think of 30 fun facts without spoiling. It to be a struggle. Got my birthday book haul. Fun fact is Scott Westerfeld, who wrote this book, and he also wrote the Ugly series, which I actually have read, inspired me to get to writing. One other thing that really inspired me for my story is this website called TV Tropes and Idioms. I used to go on that for hours, like through midnight, because my computer at home could only really get on like 3 websites. Reading it gave me a lot of ideas and inspiration for my story, not because my story is a bunch of tropes, but it made me think about them. It made me want to explore some really small ones. And also, to be honest, like reading that, a lot of in my writing, I really want to deconstruct tropes. Later. Day 20, also my birthday. Woo. So today I went out with my friends, went to the mall to celebrate, so I wouldn't be in my room bored all day. In fact, my protagonist's birthday is September 27th. So yeah, later. Day 21. Fun facts. I thought this story in 9th grade. In a lot of my notebooks throughout high school, I would draw my protagonist, Sonia, like every single day, sometimes multiple times in each textbook. AP European History textbook, filled with drawings of my character like every single page. It's ridiculous. Obviously, I was very obsessive about my story. You would think if I was so obsessive, I wouldn't be so far behind on word count, but you'd be wrong. Later. Day 22, and I have not really written anything. Instead, I've just been trying not to fail at everything because that's the struggle I'm going through. Self-inflicted, so don't feel sorry for me. Fun fact, I love villains. I'm like a villain connoisseur. One thing I tried to do with my main antagonist is make them have really, really great, awesome heroic traits, but also give them the awful, evil traits you normally see in a villain. So I really want to play with like giving the villain the 2 extremes on each side and playing it out. And kind of making it so you don't actually know if they're good or bad. At some point it becomes obvious they're an antagonist, but at first you're not really sure and you might think one thing or think the other. Some people might guess it. I don't know how good I am at this, but that was what I was trying to do with my antagonist. So that's a fun fact. I have to go. See you later. Day 23 of NaNoWriMo, and I have spent almost the entire day sleeping. So it's Wednesday and tomorrow's Thanksgiving, which means I have no school tomorrow, but I still have a homework assignment due tonight at midnight. Woo! And I had one due today despite school being canceled. So I was doing that all last night. I'm going to finish up the assignment and then I'm going to try to catch up on word count because my one cousin is also doing NaNoWriMo and I will see her at Thanksgiving and I must be less behind if I do not catch up. I'll bring shame to my family. Fun fact, I will put up a crappy drawing I drew of the protagonist and her friends. Minimal effort, fun fact. NaNoWriMo Day 24, also known as Thanksgiving. To see my family, had a big party with lots of food for Thanksgiving, was there for hours. It's 9:04 now. I just got back and we left at 3, so we've been there for 6 hours. I had a really fun time at Thanksgiving, got to hang out with all my family and my cousin who also is writing for NaNoWriMo. and likes to write in general, we spent hours talking about our stories and different story ideas, because obviously you have more than one story idea. It's like, which one do I write next? Since it was a holiday, I thought that I would name the 3 big holidays in my fictional world's culture. One is the Harvest Festival. It's always like when they're done harvesting, so it's not the exact same day every year. The other holiday is the Day of the New Year, which is also when the 7 rulers of the kingdom, every generation, are all born on that day. And then the last holiday is the planting festival, when they're all done planting before they all leave to go their separate ways and later. Day 25. I had to work on the farm in the morning. Then I went out to eat with my aunt and uncle, and then we went to the firehouse and looked at Christmas trees, so that was fun. And then I wrote some after that, but definitely not enough. I've had a good day, had fun. I'll mention some of the technologies and the culture of my stories based on Roman times. So like, we have aqueducts, which is pretty advanced. They have plumbing inside of the city walls, you know, part of the aqueducts. And then outside of it, people usually use wells to get water. And they also have advanced mining, like in Roman times. They had like giant wheels that people would walk on top of to get the water out. Though the water was poisonous, and the people who would work on them in like ancient Roman times were slaves, and they usually died because of the poisonous water in a week. So it's not good. The Romans were not nice people. They had people like get brutally murdered for fun, which is not necessarily not like my story. In my story, they have duels to the death for fun, also in a very Colosseum-like rink. So, but you know, that's all fun. Like, Rome had a pretty good run when they were being all psychotic and murdering everyone, and you didn't want to live in ancient Rome. Later, day 26, and I have written some, but still not enough, and I need to work on actually updating the website page. Today, I went out with one of my high school friends. We out to eat and see Moana, which was really fun. It was a good movie. Fun fact for my story is that my protagonist's brother and some of his friends are working up to save money so that they can buy a boat and become fishermen later. Day 27, and I have just updated my word count. I realize I am very far behind. I'm gonna binge write tonight. Quick fun fact, since my getting behind on writing was a very poor life choice, I'll talk about some poor ideas that I had for this story that I cut because they were really stupid. One of the ideas, which I cut more recently, was that I was like, oh, I'll make my protagonist training to be one of the rulers of the kingdom, and it was like she did something bad, and for some reason she got bad, and I was like, that's kind of rewarding her for being bad. It didn't make sense, and it was stupid, and it was kind of just the easy way out and kind of cliche and done before, so I cut that out. The story has a much better plot. That one was kind of like not that exciting. The other thing I cut though was really weird. The main character's backstory is pretty normal now, but at one point I planned to have been a plague in the kingdom that like was killing everyone, and they put them all in some giant madhouse, everyone who got the plague, to separate them from everyone, and she was one of the people who got it, and she's put in the madhouse where everyone was started to go insane, killing each other, and eventually everyone died but her, and they were about to bury her alive, and then they were like, oh wait, she's not dead, and it was literally supposed to be her backstory, and it was like, what the heck was I thinking? It has nothing to do with anything else in the story, but for some reason I had some weird zombie-like plague idea, so yeah. Those are 2 poor story ideas to match with my poor life choices of not writing as much as I should. Later. Day 28. Quick fun fact. So when writing my protagonist and a lot of the other characters, I wanted to give her a physical flaw. Because I feel like a lot of like protagonists, maybe not every book, but in most books I've read, they're always really attractive, and the love interest is even more often always super attractive. So it's not necessarily that bothers me, except when every single character is an Adonis and everyone falls in love with them. That's annoying because it's unrealistic. It makes me think the author's being a bit shallow. The protagonist's main flaw is that she has red blotchy skin across her cheeks, nose, and like right here. So that's what I decided to give as her flaw, because I don't know, that's why I felt like giving her. Later. This NaNoWriMo day 29. I have not written enough. I am binge writing tonight. It is very late, but I will finish. Fun fact, my character is 5'2" and age 15. Woo, quick fun fact, now I'm done. Get back to writing later. It's NaNoWriMo day 30. Yeah. Which means it is over. Success. And if you were wondering if I beat it, yes I did. Dun dun. It was fun, I'm glad I did it. So the fun fact, I will tell you the end of my story. And it is